Hello, Business 330 students. This is Professor Hassey. It's our class number 2 introduction video for our class on Saturday, September 12th at 8 a.m. And our class agenda for the morning session is on your screen here. And it's going to include a review of a segment of our problems from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Again, this is not for a grade. This is part of our review of the material. Then we're going to talk about the financial statements, accounting and finance of a company, and measuring corporate performance. In other words, how do we go to the financial statements and find out trends, information that tells us how our company's doing in our industry in relationship to our competitors. Measuring corporate performance in Chapter 4. And that's going to concentrate on page 105 of your text, these important measures of performance for a company. We also have some work to do for this weekend. Some of you still have not scheduled and seen me in your student appointments or meetings with me this week. I know some are scheduled for this evening, Wednesday, and some are scheduled for Thursday, but I still have not heard from a couple of students, so please make your appointments for probably on Thursday. And also you have your student bio discussion forum post, and don't forget your portfolio selections. As of the close of the market last Friday, September 4th, you are to pick some stocks and put them into a spreadsheet format and post those to Blackboard as well. Those are all due this coming Sunday, and if any of you have any questions or concerns about that assignment, we can go over them in class on Saturday morning. But first, a couple of little videos explaining our material for the Saturday ahead.
It is important to understand and communicate the results of business operations. To do so, we must be fluent in the language of business, accounting. An understanding of accounting is important for the study of finance. The financial statements that are produced by the accounting process are used by investors, creditors, regulators, and many others. Like all managers, financial managers must use accounting data to plan and make decisions for their business. This tutorial reviews the accounting process, or how financial information is presented. Consider this a language exercise, the language of business.
We are going to discuss 3 common financial statements: the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. Are you familiar with these documents and why they matter to you? If you own your own business or even run a division of a business, it is imperative that you understand these statements because they tell you about the general financial health of the company. Also, if you have ever invested or considered investing in a company, whether through the purchase of stock or through a loan, you'll want to understand the company's financial health. In this program, we will explain each of these 3 statements and what their purpose is, how to read them, and how they can be applied in a real-world setting. So why is it important to understand all 3 financial statements? Basically, each one tells only part of the story. They are somewhat like pieces of a puzzle, and you need all 3 pieces to see the big picture. Let's begin by reviewing the general purpose of each financial statement and what distinguishes one statement from another. Simply put, the income statement tells you whether or not the company is profitable during a given period, usually monthly, quarterly, or annually. It may be helpful to think of an income statement in terms of a video camera. At the start of a period being measured, you hit the record button and the camera starts recording everything that takes place until you press stop. Similarly, an income statement indicates how a company is performing over an extended period of time. Knowing whether your company was profitable over a period of time does not necessarily tell you how much money the company has right now. That's what the balance sheet is for. In contrast to the income statement that records transactions in time like a video camera, the balance sheet is like a still camera, showing the company's financial state at a given moment. It provides a snapshot in time that can be used to determine how much the company currently has, how much it owes, and what is left for the owners. The cash flow statement is based on numbers from your income statement and balance sheet, and is like looking at your own checking account. It shows you what the company did to generate cash and how it used cash during a given period of time, often monthly, quarterly, or annually, like the income statement. Thus, it answers two questions. Where is my cash coming from, and where is my cash going? Remember, while each statement has a different purpose, all three are necessary in helping us understand a company's complete financial story. For example, if you want to know whether or not a company is profitable, the income statement is what you need. Even though you know the company is profitable, if you want to know how much money the company has available right now that you can spend, you want to look at the balance sheet. And regardless of profitability and current available cash, if you want to know where cash came from and where it went, you look at the cash flow statement. Each document fills in a piece of the puzzle to complete your understanding.
Okay, those are some good videos introducing mainly Chapter 3. Maybe it's been a while since some of you have taken accounting or a subject in that regard, and that's a little brush up. Good thing about this class, as I mentioned last Saturday, you don't have to worry about debits and credits and doing journal entries and closing the books. We just have to know what the books tell us. What happened? The income statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flow. So study that in Chapter 3, and then we'll look at those performance measures in Chapter 4 this coming Saturday. Also, this coming Saturday, I will post after class an assignment for you to do for the next week. It'll be a series of questions, multiple choice, fill in the blank, from Chapters 1 and 4. This is your first major graded work of the class. You are getting graded for your class participation in your biography and meetings and portfolio work of this week. But this is the first major assignment of your grades for this term. I assure you, you can look in your your Blackboard section and go to week number 2, and you'll see under financial statements and analysis our agendas for this week, both AM and PM. You already saw the AM one at the beginning of this video. You'll see the PM at the end. An introduction to us, kind of like what the videos just told us. The definition this week of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which you have to find in your portfolio. Another Excel tutorial video for some of you to brush up your tutorial or brush up your spreadsheet skills. And then the details of each Chapter 3 and 4 and the appropriate PowerPoint files for that work if you don't have a text, some appropriate videos that match that, and the problems that we'll be looking at in the second half of our class on Saturday, but also more will be part of the problems to review as assignment questions that you'll be get to take home. So we'll talk all about this on Saturday, a review of financial statements and financial statement review performance is our topic at hand for Saturday. I look forward to seeing you all then. Have a great rest of the week, and see you Saturday morning. Bye-bye.